Rhythm number 51. Let's check it out. All right, this is also another way of notation of putting the duples and quadruple notation into a compound rhythm. If you go back to our previous two compound rhythms, they showed two other types of notation, and this is again going to have the same feel, but it's just a little bit different way of notating it that you might see in music out there, especially orchestra music of like Stravinsky and things like that. All right, let's look at the second line to figure that one out. You're going to be responsible for the first line, second line, and all of their lines of 51 using the tonic clap method. Here we go. The beat is the dotted quarter note, as you see underneath. Is the first beat divided? No, it's not. So we're going to ta and hold until we get to beat 2. Is the second beat divided? Yes, it is. And this is an interesting way it looks. So what is the smallest note value used in this beat? It is the 8th note. How many 8th notes are in a dotted quarter note? There are 3. There's 3 8th note values within a dotted quarter note beat. So 1, 2, and 3 are all part of this beat. There are going to be 3 ta or clap events within this beat. The first one's a clap, the second one's a ta, the third one's a clap. That was beat 2. All right, here's beat 3. Is beat 3 divided? Yes, it is. What's the smallest note value used? It is an 8th note. There are 3 8th notes per the beat, so there's going to be 3 ta or clap events. The first one's a ta, the second one's a clap, the third one's a ta. Is this beat divided? Yes, it is. What's the smallest note value? 8th note. There's going to be 3 ta or clap events, so ta, ta, ta. All right, now we're over here. And they have this 2-3 ratio notation, which is another way of just kind of grouping it into a duple like we had a little bit earlier. But basically we're saying that these 2 notes take up all the duration of this one beat, and they're going to be spaced evenly. Okay. So what is the smallest note value? It is this type of duple 8th note. That means we're going to have 2 ta clapper events for this dotted quarter note beat, and it will be a ta and a ta. Is this beat divided? No, we'll ta and hold it until we get to the next event. Is this beat divided? Yes, it is. What's the smallest note value? Well, it's this quadruplet grouped 4-3 ratio 16th note. How many of those per one beat? There are 4 of them. So, and there's going to be 4 ta or clap events. We're going to have ta, ta, clap, and ta. Is this beat divided? Yes, it is. What's the smallest note value? The 8th note. There are 3 8th notes per dotted quarter note, so we're going to have 3 ta or clap events, and they will be ta, ta, ta. All right, so if our metronome, if we can get that going, if this is our beat, this is the dotted quarter note going by, what do 8th notes sound like? Remember, it's a compound meter. G, 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 G. What do duple 8th notes sound like? They sound like G, 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 G. What do quadruple 16th notes sound like? G, 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 G. And regular 8th notes sound like G, 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 G. Good. All right, let's do all of line 2. Here we go. Ta, 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 ta. All right. This is where the ta and clap method really starts paying off. From a few of these before, but if you're not using the metronome yet with these, I strongly urge you to use the metronome with them, because it will keep you on track. It will let you know if you're doing it right or wrong, and it's really fun when you get it right.